All right, so I finished my Vanax Bowie, and just to go over the specs and stuff. So it's a 8 3/4 inch long blade. It is 2 inches wide. The handle is 4.5 inches long, and the materials are so Vanax for the blade and then Vanax for the handguard, both of which were professionally heat treated to 60 Rockwool hardness. And yes, that kind of sounds dumb for a handguard, but it's part of the test I want to do. So the handle is G10, and so is the pins. So it's G10 pins. It's maroon G10. So the test I want to do on this thing later on is I want to put it in salt water and see if there's any difference in comparison to something I know is rust proof. So one test I've done before, and it works out. It's rust proof. It is just Vanax and G10 by themselves. A solid piece of Vanax with G10 is rust proof. So you can put it in salt water and leave it there for like an indefinite amount of time, I guess, and it won't rust. But I want to see if the same can be said for Vanax and another piece of Vanax attached to it, two separate pieces, and G10. So I'll do that test later on and see what happens. I'll go over just some of the stuff about it. I'll show you the knife itself. It does have a false edge. It's so hard not to get my reflection on this thing. There's scratches here just from something got into the sheath I made for it, and scratched it up. I guess there's little streaks that you can see in certain spots. So I wore this for work for 2 days already. Tried it out on different things. But yeah, so the back cut itself, it is sharp. It's a little bit more sharper from here to here. I left it a little bit thick here on the tip. You can't really tell just from looking at it, but I left it a little bit thicker here on the tip. This part here is just, it's brought to an apex. It's not really sharp. I guess if I press down hard enough, it would cut, but it's not sharp, but it goes all the way to the tip, that side, and then on this side. But yeah, I chose this thickness for this design. It's about 0.15 inches thick for the steel, the stock. I chose that thickness so that I can actually do a back cut this thin. And then also another thing I did was I did a flat grind all the way to this point here too. So flat grind all the way to here. It does have a secondary bevel, which I might turn it into just a convex edge. May or may not do that. So right now, as it stands, it is flat grind, not all the way to the end, but then it just goes a little triangle at the very end there. So a couple things I haven't done before, which were interesting to me. I've never done a handguard where it's not flush with the thickness of the handle. So this thing comes up about, it's more than 1/4 inch. And I just found, it's different. It's not a bad different, but it's just weird. It feels weird, different weird. Like I said too, not a bad weird, but just different. I don't know if I like it yet. So I'm gonna wear this for probably a month at work. I do landscaping, and see how I feel about it. I've been jumping from one knife to another, but I've stayed mostly with a Tanto I have. And I'm gonna see if I prefer this over the Tanto in time. We'll see. So just overall weird feeling, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it yet. Just, it is different. One of the things I did was, that I do like, so here this part does go flush with the handguard, and it just curves upward. So this curves in and then goes out, which I like, and it's mostly for comfort. I like to curve things out where my pointing finger is or whatever, so it doesn't get caught in any sharp edges. Here I did the edge doesn't start until like here, up here. And the reason I did that is, okay, so me in my mind, the stress points for a knife is here. So you grab it here. If you put pressure on something, I believe the higher pressure area is here. And then also the other part where it can break is at the tip. So in my mind, those are the two parts where it's more susceptible to breaking, here and there. And that's why I just wanted to keep this solid piece basically across here. That's just my reasoning for that. Another thing I did that I haven't done before, and it kind of bit me, is I bought so I wanted this to be a thin handle simply because of that super high grind and thin grind. That I was starting to see that the balance point wasn't going to be exactly where I wanted it, so I decided to go with a very thin handle, as thin as I can, with it still being comfortable. So I ordered a piece of G10 that was the exact same thickness that I needed, basically. And what happened was, usually I get an oversized piece and then I'll just wear it down to where I need it. And what happened was, see the little circles around the pins? So what those are like stress points. Here's an example. So I drilled a hole into the original piece, one of the extra pieces. So you can see, if you see around the circle, you can see that change in color, especially on this side. I think this is the exit. So one of the problems that I found that I've never found before, because I haven't done this before, is that you get this change in color because of this stress point, the exit and entrance too. So later on in the future, I won't do that anymore. I'll just reduce it. It's not a huge problem. It's not like it messes with the integrity or anything like that, but it's just, it looks weird. I don't know, maybe I'll get used to it, or maybe I'll hate it more and more every time I see it. Who knows? But we'll see. So yeah, overall, yeah, this is my version, I guess, of a Bowie. I can't really say it's my version because it's been done before, but this is in my mind, this is what I like. I mean, not what I like. I like basically all Bowies. I've seen a bunch of variations of it and I like them, but this is what I wanted to try to make. Let's put it that way. I think that's the best way to do it, to put it. Oh yeah, I did do little contours here, and here on both sides, just to have that kind of comfort. But yeah, okay. I'll do a cut test, but I'll do it standing up just so the camera can get it better. That'll be the end of it. Okay, so this is the cut test. And so first I'll do the false edge. And it's not that sharp, so just to show you. It's sharp, but it's not that sharp. And then this side, to get that. What the? Wait a second. There we go. I don't know why I did that. So yeah, so it is sharp. Here's the point. Keep on. Let's try the other side too. You can hear it's rough on this side, but it's let me try see, that's the part where that's just an apex, like I said. It still cuts, but it's like super rough. Yeah, okay. One more time. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, like I said too, let me know if you have any questions or suggestions.